Hello, dear students. So, as we have already discussed about the different type of the pollutions, different causes of the pollutions, as of air pollution, water pollution, okay, soil pollutions that we have already seen. So then, after the very important topic that we are going to discuss here, that is of the need for pollution control. Why we have to control all the pollutions that we are going to discuss. So, pollution control that is required, that is needed to preserve environmental resources. Just because of the environmental pollutions, water pollutions, air pollutions, or the soil pollutions, the quality of all the elements are going to decreases. If we are talking about the soil pollution, so just because of the soil pollutions, the fertile land, the quantity of fertile land that is going to decrease. Just because of the water pollutions, the water resources are going to almost destroyed. Okay, so here, just to preserve, just to safeguard our environment, we need to protect them from any kind of pollutions. And basically, when we will save our environment, directly or indirectly we will save human beings, human mankind's. The amount of damage to a particular medium, it may be the air, water, or the land, various accounting to the type of pollutants, all the pollutions arises just because of the pollutants. Okay, the amount of pollutants disposed of and the distance from the source of pollution, but all pollutants after the quality of the environment and rendered it to some degree unfit to preserve normal life. So although pollutants, they just decrease the quality of air, quality of water, and quality of land, or quality of sound. Okay, so which directly or indirectly harm our lives. If we are going to preserve them, then easily we will preserve our life too. So why we have to preserve our environment from all the pollutants? So first, and the very important thing, that is of reduction of health hazards. There is increasing evidence that many diseases like cancer, heart attack, lung infections, they are caused by the pollutants in the environment. Pollution control measures can not only check the seriousness of such diseases but can also be supportive of a healthy life on earth. ओके, सो एज वी नो, आज के डेट में जितने भी बहुत सारे कॉजेज हैं, जो भी बहुत सारे डिसीजेज हैं, द मेन कॉजेज ऑफ ऑल द पॉल्यूटेंट्स. Okay, just if we are talking about the cancer, that is just because of the pollutions, and heart diseases, lung infections, and all that is just, and eyes. Okay, so all the infections are there just because of the pollutants, so we need to check them properly and we have to take proper actions against it. The next, reduced risk of liability. It is possible that an enterprise is held liable to pay compensation to people affected by the toxicity of gaseous, liquid, and solid wastes it has released into the environment. Therefore, it is sound business policy to install pollution control devices in its premises to reduce the risk of the liability. Just because of the mistake of any business organizations or the industries, if any particular area got infected just because of the air pollution, water pollutions, or the soil pollution, in that case that organization have to pay the compensation amount to the society. Okay, if companies or the organizations don't want to pay off that type of the liability, then they have to check all the pollutions measures techniques. They have to adopt proper techniques which can decrease or which can stop increasing the pollutions. If we are talking about if we are going to talk about that liability, so you may be heard about the Bhopal gas tragedy. So in that, in Bhopal, there was a factory named Union Carbide, where they used to prepare different produce different kind of fertilizers and all. सो वहाँ पर एक गैस था, इट वाज मिक, मिथाइल आइसोसाइनाइड, वेरी पॉइजनस गैस वाज देयर, एंड जस्ट मिडनाइट को वो लीक हुआ और उसमें बहुत सारे लोग मारे गए. एंड इवन आज की डेट में भी वहाँ का एयर क्वालिटी, वाटर क्वालिटी बहुत डाउन है. सो ऑल द पीपल दोज हु लिव इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया आज की डेट में भी वो इन्फेक्टेड होते हैं. Okay, so it was the liability of that factory. They have paid a lot of compensation amounts. Okay, the next we have cost saving techniques. An effective pollution control program is also needed to save cost of operating business. To operate any business, we need to pay some expenses, we need to bear some expenses, and that is called operating businesses, operating costs. So here each and every business organizations try to adopt cost saving techniques, and basically cost saving are the particularly noticeable when improper production technology results in greater wastes, so which leads to higher cost of waste disposal and cost of cleaning the plants. So now these days all the business organization they used to focus on the low wastage, and basically they try to make the proper utilization of their waste material. Just like if any steel and iron company is there, whatever product they produce after that, whatever raw material, whatever scraps are there, they use to sell it to the small organizations, and by the using of that they prepare different things. Okay, the next we have improved public image. So all the organizations who which they are using a different type of pollution controls measures or the methods, they got popularity or they got high goodwill in the society. In they comes into the eye of normal citizens, and they support, so and we support such a type of the business organizations. So firms policy and practice of controlling waste will increase or influence the pupils attitudes towards its working. Definitely if any business organization will do something for the welfare of society, then later on that society rewards the business organization. A firm that promotes the cause of environment, कोई भी business firm जो है, जो firm जो promote करता है business cause of environment को, they will be able to enjoy a good reputation and will be perceived as a socially responsible enterprises. Government provides different type of the awards. Just like if any business organization do not make any kind of pollution, zero pollutions technology if they have adopted, and any kind of pollutions if they use to control, then they are awarded by the Indian government under the Clean India mission. Okay, so many organizations are there, they use zero pollutions for the production of their own products. Okay, the next we have role of business in environmental productions. So how a business organization can play very important role for the environmental protection. A definite commitment by top management of the enterprises to create, maintain, and develop work culture for environmental protection and pollution prevention. So in the business organization, all the top managements they are responsible for making policies for their business organization, and they are responsible for the proper implementation of that policies. So if they are doing that willingly, then easily they can adopt such a type of the policy or method regarding the pollution preventions. The next, ensuring that commitment to environmental protection is shared throughout the enterprises by all division and employees. So in the business organization they have different divisions and they have multiple employees. Both all the divisions and all the employees must be committed towards the preventions of environment, then only they can easily prevent their environment, they can save the environment. The next we have development and the clear cut policy regarding the or the programs for buying good quality of the raw materials and they have to employ superior technology for their productions, and they need to use scientific techniques for the disposal and treatment of wastes, and developing employees skills for the purpose of pollution control. These are the things by which they can control pollutions in their business environment, or they can do something for the society. Next we have complying with the laws and regulations. So government of India, they has prepared different laws to maintain the proper or just to check the pollutions. So all the business organization have to follow all the rules or regulations given by the governments. Okay, just like government has clearly stated that in the different business organization, they have fixed the height of chimney just to release the smoke in the air, and they have fixed the green belt nearby the industrial areas. Okay, so by which they can control the soil pollutions and the proper treatment of the waters waste is. Okay, so by which they can control the water pollutions also. Next we have participation in government programs related to management of hazardous substance, cleaning up of polluted rivers, plantation of trees, and checking deforestation. These are the other roles and responsibilities of business organizations in the field of environmental protections. Now these days, most of the business organization, they are conscious towards the environmental pollutions. They used to plant trees, and they make the proper treatment before the throwing waters into the rivers or some other places. Okay, and they check the deforestation. It means ki they have to maintain at least 25 to 30% area, green area or green belt nearby their business activities. And it was something about that. Then here we have business ethics. So before that, we have to find out what is business ethics, what is the exact meaning of that word. So if we consume the product of any organizations or the companies, then basically we believe, okay, we trust on that business organization, and we rely on that. That's why we consume the goods or the services provided by the different goods producers or the service provider. So all those things comes under the business ethics. So reliability, trust, principles, morality, responsibility, these are the some things which comes under the business ethics. So let's discuss some common thing. From the social point of view, business exists to supply goods and services to the people. As we have already seen, all the business organization, they have different liabilities. They have they are responsible towards the different section of the society. They are responsible towards the organization, they are responsible towards their employees, they are responsible towards the society. So here if we are talking about the business ethics, so for that purpose we will talk about the social point of view. So from the social point of view, business exists to supply proper goods and services to the people. This is the social responsibility of the business organization. From the individual point of view, the primary objective of a business firm is to earn profit. Okay, if we are talking about the organizational point of view, then we can say the main motive of the business organizations are to earn profit by any way. However, business enterprises are run by the human being. Those decisions and actions may not always be in accordance with the expectation of society. And enterprises may be good in terms of economic performance, but poor in terms of social performance. May be possible any business organization, they are getting much and more profit, they are getting lot of profit in the from their business, but may be possible they are not doing or they are not fulfilling their social responsibility. Each and every business organization have to fulfill their social responsibilities. That is very necessary. And enterprises may be good in terms of economic performance, but poor in terms of social performance. They have to interpret and adjust to the preference or the values of the society. The subject matter of ethics is concerned with the establishing linkage between individual good and the social good. Okay, so here if we are talking about the business ethics, so what any individuals demand and what is the demand of society, or what exactly want to provide any business organization, उसके बीच में जो linkage है, उसके बीच में जो relationship है, that is called business ethics. So here the word ethics means character. Okay, whenever we will talk about the word ethics, ethics means characters, norms, ideals और the morals prevailing in a group of society. किसी सोसाइटी में क्या क्या कैरेक्टर्स हैं, क्या नॉर्म्स हैं, क्या आइडियल्स चलते हैं, क्या मोरल वैल्यूज़ होती हैं, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एथिक्स. Ethic is concerned with what is right and what is wrong in human behavior. Okay, so in the ethics we used to judge what is right and what is wrong on the basis of some standards that we form in our business organization, that is called form of conduct or the form of behavior as approved by the society in a particular field of activities. Ethical standards are often enacted into law. It means adhering to the moral principles, being guided by particular values and behaving in a way people ought to act. The set of principles called ethics, okay, a set of principles which should be followed by each and every business organization, and that is created by them only, then that is called business ethic for them. Be written or unwritten codes or the principles governing a professional or the human activity. So whatever codes are there, whatever rules and laws they have in their business organization, it can be written or it can be unwritten. Okay, but they have to follow, which will be welfare for them and as well for the society. So here we have some elements of business ethics. First we have code of conduct, that is simple rules or regulations or the set of principles. The next we have based on moral and social values. Most probably all the business ethics that is based on the moral and the social values. Each and every society they have their own social values which should be respected and followed by the business organization, and they have moral values. Okay, just like again I will take the example of KFC. They when they comes in India, they launch non-veg products, but later on when they comes to know the social and social values of that of our country, they started providing veg products. Okay, so they have respected the social values and give protections to social groups and provides basic framework, and that is voluntary. For that we can't force them. Okay, it comes uh, inside of them and requires education and continuous guidance, and relative terms should be there, and that is quite new concepts. So it was something about the elements of business ethics. So here in the business organization, most probably top managements do different kind of commitments towards the business ethics. Okay, they whatever products they will provide or they will serve to the society, it will be good quality of the product and they will make reasonable charges for that. And publication of a code, enterprises with effective ethics programs do define two principles of conduct for the whole organization in the form of written document which is referred to as the code. So most probably all the business organization, those who provide different kind of goods or they serve to the society, they make their own code of conducts which they strictly follow. Just like the fundamental honesty, they have to follow the law, product safety, quality, health, safety and all. These are the very important thing which they maintain with them. Then establishment of compliance mechanism in order to ensure the actual decision and actions comply with the firm's ethical standards, suitable mechanism should be established. So just like if we are talking about the different mobile companies, they provide different kind of the services. Just they try to minimize the public complaints, okay, by which public can show their interest, and by that way only they can get more and more profit. Involving employees in all the labels, most probably all the business organization, they involve their employees at every level of the management or every level of the work, and measuring of the result. Although it is difficult to accurately measure the end results of ethics programs, the firms can certainly audit to monitor compliance with the ethical standards. Okay, not just this is not only for the making of such a type of rules or the setting of principles or the code of conducts. Okay, after the setting of their codes or the conducts, they need to follow it, and for that they have to check it, they have to measure their output, they have to check their results. So it was something about the elements of the business ethics. Hopefully you have enjoyed this chapter, and here we have completed our sixth chapter. So you are requested to prepare your notes accordingly.